Welcome everyone to the Learning Theories and Applications video. So we will be talking about the various learning theories as a child grows up and their application in the classroom setting. So overview, understand how student develops better teaching methods. Main learning theory is all about framework. Behaviorism focuses on the reinforcement theory to shape learners' behavior. Cognitivism is the new knowledge builds upon the existing knowledge. Constructivism, learners actively construct knowledge through experiences and other emerging theories. Connectivism, for online learners and emphasizes connections and network learning. Andragogy, for adult learner, focuses on self-directness and experiences. So depending upon it, you need to choose a theory like the courses, types, goals, learners, and environment. So we are talking about five theories: behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, connectivism, and andragogy. So course design is what we are looking into it. Organize content, break down material into clear unit, let's say on the basis of weeks, modules, topic. Set measurable goals. Define specific learning objective for each unit. Maintain consistency. Use a consistent layout across the pages for easy navigation. Seek expert help. Seeking collaboration with an instructional designer. Formative assessment is all about regular feedback. Use stakes quizzes for activities to gauge understanding. Guys, learning offer feedback as early as possible, often to help the student correct misconception. Promote practices. Provide opportunities for applications through interactive exercise, as the case might be. Talking about cognitism, we need to build on an existing knowledge, whatever knowledge we have gained. Let's say I have learned something from my fathers have learned something from his fathers. It's all about our forefathers that we have built around the knowledge and probably gone forward. Ask engaging questions to connect with new information. What student already know? Design knowledge, design active learning activities where students use their acquired knowledge, collaboration, and guidance. Allow learner to work together and have an access to your support. Next is structure content strategically. Place key concept at the beginning and at the end of the material for better retention, for better recollection, for better reflection. And Rukachi is for adult learner like me. Connect to the real world. Use relevant example case study to demonstrate a practical application. Respect prior experiences. Acknowledge and build upon learners' existing knowledge and expertise. Focus on goals. Make learning objectives clear and relevant to their personal or professional goals. Promote self-directed learning. Offer options for independent explorations and study thereby. Talking about five currents, I have already said five current learning theories. Behaviorism focuses on observable behavior and reinforcement. Learning happens through repetitive actions and feedback. Cognitivism is emphasis on the internal mental process like thinking, memory. Learning occurs by association of new information with prior knowledge. Social interactions and clear examples are key. Constructivism sees learning as an active process of building upon existing knowledge, existing experiences. Real world relevance and student centered activities are extremely crucial. Humanism views learning as a personal growth and focuses on individual potentials and autonomy. Self directed learning, reflections, value, emotional aspects are the central themes. Connectivism, recognizing the ever changing nature of knowledge in this digital world, digital age, learning focuses on what needs to be is needed as of now. Empower the student with the correct information, connect the information and make their own learning decision. Believe me, technology plays a crucial role out here. Talking about the theories, I'll talk about the Piaget theories, the cognitive development, which Piaget says about the development into three or four age groups altogether. One is the sensory motor development, which happens from the moment a child takes birth till the age of 2, then becomes pre-operational from 2 to 7 years old. And then concrete operational is from 7 years to 11 years, and the formal operation is which goes happen post 11 years and till any ages as such. The formal operation happens. Applies to adult too. Focuses on children. Paged ideas are relevant for adult learning. Knowledge as self-constructivism. We build we actively build knowledge by connecting new information for existing schemas. Schemas are mental framework and how the world works around it. Learning through real world connections, linking learning to a real world example enhances better understanding. Importance of revisiting memories, repetitions and revisiting strengthening a long-term memory. Growth through challenges, existing ideas, encountering new perspective of fostering learning and creativity. Overall goal, develop individuals who can create, not just repeat, knowledge. Vygotsky says builds upon Page's works by emphasizing the role of social interactions in learning. Social constructivism. Learning occurs through social interaction, not just individual constructions. Zone of proximal development, ZPD. Optimal learning zone where learners are challenged but supported, pushing them just beyond their independent abilities. ZPD in practice or zone for proximal development in practice curriculum should be offered within the ZPD. Now, this is what we are looking into it. What learners can do is associated from what he has already learned. Learners can do without any help. The zone of proximal development is where we are talking with a little bit of help, with a little bit of cajoling, the learners can improve upon their abilities to pick up knowledge. And then there is something which learners cannot do at all. It's just beyond probably their mental framework, probably the understanding, and so on and so forth. So, yes, benefits social interaction helps learners gain absolute new perspective, challenging thinking, and internalizing the knowledge. Application design lessons with embedded support and opportunities for collaborative learning, as the case might be. Bloom's taxonomy, if I may say so, this is what the Bloom's taxonomy is all about it, about studying, what it tells about remembering. Then probably it builds on whatever on your memories, your understanding. And then between remembering and understanding, how do you start applying in the real world life? Once you have applied, what happens to the reaction is that what you will be analyzing or studying it out. Based on analyzing, we will choose to evaluate future courses of action, and that is where you are creating a new knowledge, as the case might be. The new versions of Bloom taxonomy is remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Remember, Bloom taxonomy is always from bottom-up approaches. Three domains, one, 2, and 3. There are 6 steps for 2 for each thing. Cognitive is thinking, if you look into it, understanding and remembering. Psychomotoring is physical skill, applying and analyzing. And affective is emotional skills, creating and evaluating. Benefits guides lesson design for diverse learning goals. Encourages moving beyond basic recall towards an application analysis. Promotes active learning and a deeper, better understanding. Application create a balancing learning activities across different skill levels. Use lower order skills for scaffolding, higher order skills for deep learning, a revised version emphasis creative thinking and transformation. Value, a powerful tool for designing effective learning and experience in education and corporate training per se. We'll go to the next author is Gang, which says of 9 event of instruction. Remember, this is where it's from top down. First is gaining attention. First, you should have some acumen towards particular knowledge. So gain attention, orient the learner as in what my objectives. Can you grab their eyeballs, then their attention, and then their complete focus altogether. Stimulate the recall of a prior knowledge. Present the content material. Provide learners guidances, elicit performances, practice, provide information feedback, assess if the lesson objectives have been learned, and enhance retention and transfer as accordingly as possible. Beyond Bloom's 3 domain, Gagnon domains is all about 5 categories. We are talking about intellectual skills, cognitive strategies, etc., with final elements. Taxonomy of intellectual skills, similar to Bloom's, but tailored to instructional design, ranging from discriminations and problem solving. The nine event of instructions model. GAGS built upon and refined existing models for learning outcomes and instructional design. His contribution offer valuable tools for creating effective learning experiences in various settings per se. Brunner. What does Brunner's scaffolding theory tells you? Scaffolding is step by step. Remember, Jerome Bruner emphasizes on social nature of learning, similar to that of Vygotsky. Zone of proximity development, Bruner focuses on supporting learning within this particular zone. Gradual withdrawal of support. Unlike Vygotsky, Bruner believes the learner can become independent given the right support, and after a point of time it doesn't make sense to keep on extending support. Scaffolding analogies is supporting structures are gradually removed as when required to promote learners autonomy, to promote learners independence, to promote learners confidence. Independent discovery. As support diminishes, learner becomes self-directed and discovery. Adapting support, amount of support should be adjusted based on the learner's access or process. Application scaffolding theory is relevant in various learning contexts, including online learning, as the case might be. Gardner multiple intelligence model. Individuals have distinct intelligence beyond a single measure. Seven identified intelligence: linguistic, logical, mathematical, spatial, musical, bodily, kinesthetic, interpersonal, and intrapersonal. What are we looking into it? Remember, this is what we are talking about here. Then the seven identified intelligence skills, which are linguistic, logical, mathematical, spatial, musical, bodily, kinesthetic. Your how is your movement of your body? Are you dexterous or you are single armed or dominant? Learner centric approach is understanding diverse style of effective teaching as the case might be. Adaptable learning experience caters to a different intelligence using multi-model scenarios as and when on basis. Micro learning as a tool, adapts perform platform offers diverse template features to engage various intelligence. Benefit: the tailor learning experiences cater to individual strength, preferences as on when on basis. Now, Erickson theories, these are all your authors, these are all your researchers. Eric Erickson focuses on social experiences and identify development across life stages. Emphasis is on nurture. Social interactions and learning significantly shape the individual's eight learning development stages from birth to death, each with specific challenges and resolution. Balancing opposite forces, each stages involves finding balance between contrasting and emotions. Cumulative stages, unresolved issues in one stages can impact the later development. Neuroplasticity and learning, while harder in the later stage, redevelopment definitely can be occurring. Learning is definitely possible, but it's definitely difficult beyond early childhood, applicable to adult learning and lifelong learning per se. Let us understand what the COPE says around it. It says focuses on learning process altogether. Remember, different from vague sensory input. What are we looking at? Feeling as in concrete experiences. Watching is a reflective observation. Thinking as an abstract conceptions or conceptualization. Doing is active implementation, and this goes on and on and on. So, two learning dimensions: perceptions and processing. Perception, concrete experiences versus abstract conclusions. This is what we are looking into it. And processing is active experimentation versus reflective observation, as the case might be. So, learning cycle moves from concrete experiences to abstract understanding and application through testing. Learning style: individuals have a preference tendency for these dimensions. So, for learning, convergers, divergers, assimilators, and accommodators. Again, I remember four learning style: convergers, divergers, assimilators, and accommodators. What a Light stated. Light sensory stimulation theory says about multi-sensory learning. Learning is enhanced by engaging multiple senses: sight, smell, sound, touch, touch. taste. Basically, we have five sight, right? Sight, sound, touch, smell, taste. Visual emphasis is 75% of the adult learning happens through sight, supporting videos, animation, and infographic. Active engagement. Learners are passive listenings are less effective, as approximately 13% of the learner's outcome from hearing. Micro learning is alignment. Bite sized content aligns with the learner's research for better information retention. Andragogy principle. Learners promote the best practices for adult learning environment, drawing on theories like Cole-based learning styles per se. Skinner. Skinner operant conditions and micro learning. B.F. Skinner's operant condition uses positive and negative reinforcement to shape behavior. Corrections to micro learning both emphasizes small chunk content and feedback for learning. Skinner's program learning early focuses to micro learning with chunk content with feedback. Clear learning objective, reduce distraction, build knowledge sequentially. Key differences: micro learning offers self paced learning and instant feedback. Impact of technology: instant feedback strengthens desirable learning behaviors. And then we have that modern platform. Adapt uses social incentives, real rewards for further engagement. This is all that Skinner's operant condition has stated around it. And this becomes very true even with the passage of time of technology being induced in the education per se, because it is all about operant conditions. It is something similar to the program learning altogether. Remember, we are talking about chunk content, small content with a feedback, clear learning objective, reduce distraction, absolutely focus upon it, and building knowledge incrementally but sequentially. Then we have Rogers' theory, the father of humanistic psychology, often considered as emphasizes learning autonomy. Students play an active role in directing their learnings. Challenges traditional teaching, criticizes teachers centered approaches for hindering creativity and motivation. Advocation for facilitation, teacher guides, teacher supports, fostering self growth, value authenticity and trust. Open communication and empathy from strong learner facilitators relationships. Focuses on a holistic development, learning addresses intellectual, social, emotional, and intuitive aspects as the case might be. Promote adaptabilities. Educators must approach based on the individual needs and changing situations. Connections to technology, formative feedback, and adaptive learning platform supports the personalization learning journey altogether. We come to the Cantor's assertive discipline, focuses on the relationship between the student and the teachers, builds a sense of trust, clear communication as a foundation. Transparency and fairness sets clear expectation, rules, and consequences. Inconclusive approach involves students in creating guidelines and understanding their purposes. Shared responsibilities: students participate in creating a positive learning environment, but the teachers holds ultimate responsibilities. Positive reinforcement and consequences use reward and fair penalties to shape behavior. Similarities to Skinner's align with Skinner operant condition in using feedback and support. What about Draker's, the last author that I would love to discuss? Draker's model for social discipline. It is all about need-based approach. Misbehavior stems from unfulfilled social needs, as in attention, as in control, or revenge, or even inadequacy. Democratic discipline empower students through shared responsibility and open communication. Four misbehavior motives identify underlying needs driving their behavior. Focuses on communication, interpret behaviors, offer alternatives, solutions, and reconnect students to goal. Positive classroom climate, fostering belongingness, sense of value, student voices, empowering ownership of learning, encouraging over praising, celebrating effort, progress, and intrinsic motivation. With this, I come to an end of this particular video. Thank you for watching it till the end.